Alright, welcome back to episode 3, and we're going to look at the FPS camera in this episode. So here's the first person controller. Up here in the previous lesson we were in the art folder, and now we're down here in the first person controller. I'm going to be in the prefabs folder, focusing on the main camera. In this episode we're going to replace the main camera that comes by default in the scene, and go over here and uncheck the default main camera of the scene, and then we're going to insert our prefab camera into the scene and make sure that it is active and correctly placed. So you could drag and drop the main camera prefab from the first person controller prefabs into the scene. You can see that it's active in the scene. You can look at the inspector to see the settings of the camera, and then once everything is to your liking, it would be a good idea to go ahead and save the project at this point. So we'll go ahead and save, and then the asterisk will disappear from our scene. We can go ahead and hit play and see where things are at with the camera in the scene, and see if we want to reposition and make adjustments for the scene starting once we get a feel for where we load in the scene with the camera, if we like where it's at or not. And so you can see in this case it looks like we're not above the plane of the ground that we made. So we're going to want to adjust our camera height and position in this case. So let's go ahead and exit the game mode, go back to our scene mode, and we'll select the camera, bring the height of the camera up, and you can see the camera preview down here in the lower right of the scene menu. We can also rotate it if you want to rotate it, and make adjustments that way. Our best bet in this case is going to be to go back to the selector and just adjust the alignment here. So you can see in the preview that we've got a little preview of the box. We slide it back and we can see the box here out in our foreground of the main camera. So it looks like a good place to go ahead and test again, see if the camera is to your liking as far as its positioning again. But we can tell from the preview that we're above ground grade and able to see the ground and the box both. So you can see the box out here, it's a little bit off the ground with a shadow underneath it, and you can make adjustments to the camera and the box as you'd like. So looks like we're on our way to building our scene here.